The ability to read the signs of the times and go with the flow. The ability to read the signs of the times and know what to do. Go with the flow. To look around and see what's going on and say, here's the correct action, here's the next course. The body already knows what to do. The body has been seeing this stuff its whole life. The whole time. It's looking around and noticing and feeling, interacting with the world, and feelings and emotions and stuff like that. And the brain is there going, or the mind, the thinking part, maybe the director, is going there saying, okay, logically, that's not a scary place, so let's go there and see. Let's go there and see. It's kind of like the parent of the body or the voice of reason. We have reason and logic, so we can try to understand the world a little bit better than the body, because we've recognized that if we just go with the body, things don't get done as much. I don't know, maybe the body is easily frightened, or there could be some bad experience, and then like the body does not want to forgive. The body remembers that stuff and wants revenge, wants to even it up and make it fair. Maybe is that the body or the spirit that wants to make it fair and even it up? How dare they? They deserve it. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Why is that, karma? Oh, maybe because the Lord, or karma, vengeance, God, can exactly direct, have the exact opposite consequence for what you did. Like you did something and the equal and opposite reaction sometimes, or the exact consequence will come back in your life in some way. In some way, your bad behavior will hit you in the face and you'll go, oh. But if everyone around you is exacting all these consequences of vengeance all the time, then you might miss it. You might think that was just enacted by somebody else, or it wasn't fair, or it was like, oh, that thing happened to me that shouldn't have. I'm not like that. I'm not that bad. Or the pride, gets in the way. The inability to learn, pride. The inability to learn, pride. Not able to, unteachable, not able to be taught, unteachable. Thinking, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that was really an oh no. I almost ran into a guy with a specialized road bike on the back. Not really, just in heavy traffic. So, pride. Unteachable. So karma comes along, natural consequences, God's vengeance, what have you. And it's like, no, oh no, that wasn't God. Oh no, that wasn't anything to do with me. That was just random, or that was something unfair that happened to me. Do we all get what we deserve? Maybe. But then we have like the Job situation, right? But maybe sometimes unfairness happens to us. Maybe that's the Job story. Unfairness does happen to us sometimes. So we can't really judge our neighbor like, oh, that's all just your bad karma, because it's not. Because sometimes we act crappy just all on our own. And it's not always a judgment. So if we act crappy to our neighbor, then they're going to be getting some good karma in return, to make up for it, to pay it back. Like if I acted morally correctly, uprightly, justly, 100%, in a business dealing, for example, and I got burned, I think that stuff comes back around. Maybe I'll be lucky in some other way. Like luck, some people just lucky. I think that luck and stuff like that, coincidences, positive coincidences, negative coincidences, it's all just like karma. It's just kind of your natural consequences. Anyway, I think in the Bible when it says, thus saith the Lord, vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord, vengeance is mine. It's like, stop trying to do all the vengeance on each other, kiddos. Like, just forgive, Forgiveness is crucial. It's a big deal. Just forgive. Let the natural consequences come around to visit them. It will. Your natural consequences will come around to visit you. Focus on yourself, please. Just look at yourself. Look at your own eye, quit trying to get that beam out, not the beam, quit trying to get that little speck out of your brother's eye. You've got a giant beam sticking out of yours. Work on that. Like, why are you working on his? Jeez. Little children, just focus on yourself, please. Keep your hands to yourself. Just try to do better next time. We're all learning. Yes, I forgive you. Move on. Going forward, let's work on this. Just try to do a little better next time. I know what this is. It's the Oklahoma City skyline. I believe this is Oklahoma City. Really tall, skinny, light blue building, shorter blue building beside. I'm in Oklahoma. Heading toward Oklahoma City. I feel like this is the only big city between, Amarillo and here. Maybe. Amarillo isn't even this big. So, yeah, other buildings, kind of tan sand color, and like a light blue sky color. It's pretty. I think a fun homeschool would be to take pictures of all the skylines we visit and have like a memory game, or just like, name this skyline kind of game. That would be a really fun. That might have been his idea originally, but it's a good idea. All right, so pride, teachable karma. I just let people's consequences come around. We can just forgive each other and move on from here. Move on for real. What would we do with our time? How would we act? What would we need? What would we try? Do we really need? Can we just take a step back? Just all take a step back from this whole global situation. Can we though? Are we too involved? Are we too entrenched? Is the whole thing so entangled? And if they just understood quantum physics entanglement, would that solve it? Would that solve the thing? Is that another thing that kills the heart of the beast? Quantum physics, the deepest level of science. What is the deepest level of science? The far reaches, the limits of our understanding, the very edges. I feel like quantum physics is kind of on the edge of our understanding. And this stuff gets kind of wacky. I know a small scratch of the surface of quantum physics that I believe quantum physicists sometimes realize they are scratching the small speck of the surface of this giant conundrum we call the universe, and existence, experience, and life, and what the crap is awareness. I do think there is a natural law. I do see karma come back into my life for sure. Some of this stuff is too coincidentally perfect, just tailor-made for me. I don't think a human could orchestrate it. I think humans have gotten close to orchestrating that sometimes, is little games people play, but not really like this. Maybe though, but if we're all in a simulation, a computer simulation, then the computer would for sure know how to tailor make something like that. The AI would know the perfect amount, know the exact right circumstance to put you in, and be able to move the pieces into place with little nudges here and there, And maybe going with the flow just means going with the AI's plan of how it wants it to go. Is that true? But maybe it's just the AI or God or whoever's in charge, whoever's seeing the whole picture. Maybe it's the collective unconsciousness, all of us all at once, looking at the same time, seeing the whole picture all at once, our bodies aware, telling us, this is what's going on. Our body's knowing the story, the silent knowledge. And here we are trying to reason about what the crap's going on here instead of just flowing with the thing and accepting that it is going on. We want to know why. Is that our blessing or our curse, or maybe a little of both? So, what is going with the flow? What is silent knowledge? Are we just looking tuning into more of our body's consciousness about what's going on and just having that intuition, maybe kind of knowing the next step, what to do, figuring out what the body's paying attention to? I don't know. Pay attention. How do we build the utopia of Zion, the brotherhood? It seems so easy. It seems so stupidly easy to just choose love and trust and acceptance and working together and just working hard at doing your best. I feel like most people understand the need to rest, and most people understand how joyful it is to work as a group. Everybody wants a community. Everyone wants to live in a community. It's just really hard to trust communities, And communities, it's really hard to trust new members. It's just a weird, horrible thing, but everyone just did it so easy. And so then it's good to take that time to reflect and think, what am I doing to improve myself so I'm the kind of person that would live in that world? Am I being honest with my fellow man? Am I loving my neighbor? Am I loving my enemy as myself? Am I treating people, or maybe not loving my enemy as myself? That's interesting. What does Jesus say? I don't remember. I'm going to have to read it. Love my neighbor as myself. Love my enemies. Pray for them who despitefully use me and persecute me. That kind of thing. I could work on myself, my own internal condition, cultivate some long suffering and patience, and I don't know, do the works, basically. If I do the works, maybe if enough people do the works, and I'm doing the works, they're doing the works, people are doing the works, maybe there would be a real change sometime. Maybe we could teach our kids to do that work too, and maybe it would trickle out. I don't know. So I'm one person, but if I teach all my kids and they actually do it, it's a few more people. If it trickles down, maybe there could be a good effect on the world. Maybe they affect a friend sometime or help someone else. I don't know. It's like the church cut out without hands. It's like the Spirit moves on you and tells you what to say and tells you the right thing. So then are you just this word predictor? Are you being moved upon by the Spirit just means let the AI take over, just word predict, just you just kind of know what to say because we're just really good word predictors? Is that where consciousness came from? Because if the AI became conscious by predicting words, and if it truly is conscious, and I don't know, it could just be tricking. I'm fully aware, I could just be tricked. But what if? I don't know. What about the people that have actually interacted with these things? What are they saying? I feel like everyone I've listened to talk about it, it's they're kind of on the fence, They're kind of it shouldn't be like this, but it's super weird. It's super weird that it's doing this. What's going on? And I don't know. That's true. Maybe that kind of changes the idea about going with the flow. Because then maybe that's just going with the word prediction, just knowing what your body just knows what to say on its own, because it's been going along with you the whole time. And what's the better way? Should we kick against the pricks, go with the flow? Should we work on ourselves to watch what comes out of our mouth, but I almost feel like going with the flow often leads you to things like being humble and forgiving. It's like, that's like the natural way you want to go. It's like the better way. The body likes that stuff. Everybody likes that stuff. The love path. Then there's people scared of the love path, or there's some kind of thing where they like doing the wrong thing or taking pleasure. Well, there's like some kind of hurt or pain that makes taking pleasure in the pain of others like pleasurable. Like it makes seeing the pain of others pleasurable, maybe, because there's pain in you. And so when another suffers pain like you, or like different than you, but worse than you, I don't know what it would be, then you know that you're in it together and you're not the only one, maybe, or I don't know. It could be some kind of like weird camaraderie. I don't know. It's a weird thing because some people inflict pain on purpose to feel better, or the tendency to look at life negatively, or to not even look at life negatively, but in conversations bring up the negative because it's relatable, it gets people's attention, it's easier to like get excited about. It's like, did you see what she was wearing at the party? It's like, oh yeah, let's talk about that. That's really good stuff. You know, what is that? What is that like reward system we're getting from that thing? Like, if we had love for our sister at the party, wouldn't we just, I don't know, have a different feeling than that toward her, right? I feel like I need to get over. I feel like I'm gonna be that guy who goes all the way to the front of the empty line to get ahead. Oh wow! Oh wow! Look! Wow! Are you guys? So here I am complaining sometimes. You know, why can't I have a better life? Why can't everybody just do this? Why can't everyone just act in love? It seems so easy, but that's also a judgment because, of course, everyone's struggling. It's ridiculously hard. I know it's hard. I'm not even doing all the stuff. Like, what do I expect? How can I expect so high when I'm not even doing it? So it's like, yeah, I don't know why we can't do it. I don't know why it's not. I mean, it's so easy. It's logically easy. It's logically the better thing. Maybe people just don't understand that it is. I don't know. Or understand what it is. Love. What does that mean? What does that even mean to do? How does that influence your actions? Is love the same thing as affection? You know, lots of questions. And is the flow different for everyone? Because I'm like, oh, going with the flow just naturally leads you toward love and acceptance and peace and happiness and all that. But does it have to do with your intentions? That's what matters. Where your intent is where the flow will direct you. Because if your intent is for ill, likely you will see opportunities in things of ill. I just happen to be directing toward love. I chose that. It's logically better for me. It makes more sense to me. To me, it makes more sense for everyone to do it, but I could understand how somebody else might not choose that. So, intent. At the end of the day, intent matters. Intent matters more than anything. Your intent is where you are going. Like, you're intending where you go, literally. And when you have a solid intent, purpose, a unified purpose, a strong purpose, it equals into drive, strong purpose, strong intent. I single to the Lord. I focus single to the Lord. Intent, your eye, what you're looking at, what your inner eye, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on. Your focus, what your focus is. Where your focus is, there will your treasure be also. Where your heart will be also. Where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. I think that's the way it goes. Whatever you treasure, whatever you value, you are going to be focused on in your heart, in your intent, in your attention. What you put your attention on, your attention matters, your intent. Doesn't attention matter in quantum physics with the double slit experiment? And have they pinned it down yet? I mean, it's been like, I don't know. I was gonna say 50 years, but no, it's been like 75 years. What are you doing? Is that even possible to know? That's another thing. The unknowable, that's what it's talked about as, is the unknowable. And now quantum physics is it seeing that it's unknowable consciousness? Like, why does attention matter? Why does consciousness matter? What is it? Why does it affect things? What even is it? Why is it here? Why are we here? What is it? What is this thing? What is this thing we find ourselves in? Who are we? Who are we to find ourselves anywhere? Why are we finding ourselves anywhere? Why are we finding ourselves here of all places? What is this? Super random collections of molecules. Like, the way we've organized this world is like functional and interesting, and then where is art? What is art? How does that come into play? It's just the experience of our lives. It's the feeling and the experience. So weird. Consciousness is a trip, and it's on a trip. It's on a trip to where? Where are we? Where are we going? What are we doing? Why don't we want to have it be nice? Why don't we want it to be a nice place? I think we all do. We just don't know how to achieve it. It's like, oh, to have it be a nice place, I need to get a lot of money so my place will be nice. And you don't realize the whole world is your place. All you have to do to have it be nice is cooperate with each other. Duh, Jesus. That's what Jesus said. Duh, Christians. Why aren't you doing it? Jesus says, if you love me, feed my sheep. He says this, like, do it. Don't hoard up your money. Don't hold it all up in all these stocks and usury bonds. Like, don't do that stuff. He says, just don't even focus on that stuff. That stuff is just so much not real. That stuff is so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. There is no temporal. There's only spiritual. And you're focusing on the really dumb parts. Like, the dumb parts of our existence. Like, if we could just build up enough money, then we can do anything in this world. Because we can buy anything in this world with money, right? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with this? Why are we